Hey everybody,
Hey,
it's Wednesday night. Welcome to Livin'It with Scott and Kat. How you doing, beautiful?
doing great.
That's awesome. Well, it's
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How you doing?
We did trick or treating yesterday, which was in the snow. That was awfully
It's like a
exciting.
blizzard right before.
Yeah. So we walked around the block and froze our ass off with every.
Hey,
with
Mark.
Mark, what's up, brother man? Thanks for joining us this evening. And first things first, the tickets for M-Wave opened up today for Michael and Ryan's Midwest AV experience.
Exciting.
This will be Kat's first year going, so that's pretty awesome. If you haven't got your tickets yet, go on there and take a look. M-Wave Midwest AV experience. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I am a big fan, and I will be participating. Kat will be too, and she'll be volunteering, and so it'll be cool to see everybody out there at the Midwest AV experience coming up in June.
Hey, Henry.
Oh, Henry Congo 58. Hey, brother, man, you were the winner on my free giveaway the other day. I'm gonna pop on and off random times and just give away free stuff. I had a code for the new Mission Impossible movie yesterday that just dropped, and I shot on and gave out the code, and Henry won. So congratulations, man.
Congrats.
So welcome to the podcast. Hope you guys all had a happy and safe and fun Halloween.
It was so cold.
Yes, it was very cold and snowy. It looked like Christmas time.
Yeah. It was whiteout conditions. I was
it was
bringing my middle daughter to her friends so they could trick or treat, and I could barely see in front of me. It was so snowy.
I think that's our first year that we've had it like that.
Yeah, it's been nice the last few years.
Yeah.
Midwest, gotta love it.
So we hope you guys had a good Halloween, and we got a lot of newcomers to the show, to the podcast, to our Facebook group, and just to kind of navigate you guys through that. So pretty much when you go on our YouTube channel and you go under lives, there's anything that has our podcast logo on it will be the work that Kat and I do together. And then anything that has the Friday Night AV and usually a picture of whatever I have going on, that'll be the Friday night thing that I do, my audio and video thing. I'll randomly drop videos, like I'm going to be doing a review or overthought of just the GTR captivators and stuff, because I noticed there's not a ton of that technical info out. And I just did one on why I would do such a high performance audio system. So they'll just be random videos I'll just drop whenever I get the time. And we're working Kat up. She's slowly breaking out of her shell to, she's got some solo endeavors as well that she's going to be sharing with.
I'm just taking my sweet time trying to get used to everything.
Yeah, she's getting used to the microphone being in front of her face and the camera. So she actually has some cool stuff lined up, and I'm proud of her for what she's doing now, because she's been a bartender for 20 years, and she's used to entertaining and talking to new people.
This is very different.
But she's just not used to the camera being. It's funny because before we go live, she's like, "Oh, the countdown's coming," and
the countdown gets me. Like every time I'm looking at it, I'm like, "Oh, it's almost time."
So, so it's she's got some cool stuff coming up. Hers is
Mark said the Skyway was a sheet device.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's the Skyway?
In Chicago, the Skyway going over. It's like a big overpass, like a big tollway. It's
where?
In Chicago, like going over Indiana and stuff.
Gotcha.
So anyway,
I don't really leave our little area.
Well, we go to Chicago for like a night out and stuff, but yeah, you don't.
I'm not very familiar with stuff outside of my little bubble.
Yeah, and Mexico and Las Vegas, your little bubbles.
Well, I mean here, like I go from work to the grocery store, bring the kids to school, to home. Like my world is normally very small at home.
And I'm jealous of that sometimes. So anyway, guys, so if you look up, we got a little podcast logo. That's the stuff that Kat and I do together. And then the stuff that I do on Friday nights just has a picture of the Friday Night AV and whatever I have going on, which I got a lot of cool guests lined up. Can't wait to share a bunch of stuff with you guys on Friday. Can't do anything without our sponsors. Our sponsors are awesome. Youthman, you guys wouldn't be able to see us without his donation of the camera for this programming. South Shore Plumbing and Heating, 7256 South Exchange Avenue in Chicago. Lance and John that run the shop over there. My company Able Sewer Company's been using them for years. Great guys to do business with. When I told him I was starting a podcast, he goes, man, we'd be happy to help. So you wouldn't be able to hear us without these beautiful microphones that they provided us with. And then, of course, Able Sewer Company, business I've been working for over 20 years. Great guys. I wouldn't be able to do nothing without them. And if you need any sewer, we handle anything sewer related, repairs, camera rotting, anywhere in Chicagoland, give us a call. We are still doing our giveaway, which is awesome because I just put a couple more names of people that's emailing us. So for we got to keep reiterating this at the beginning because since we're a fairly new podcast, every week we're getting quite a few new people. So pretty much you subscribe to the channel.
And not as many entries as subscribers. So we just want to make sure that everybody is aware of the giveaway if they want to be included in it.
So it's we're doing a race to 1,000 subscribers. And we've gotten quite a few entries, but not as many subscribers that we have. So I know some people, they're not worried about winning anything. They're just trying to show some love and support, which is awesome too. But we're really honestly trying to give some of this stuff away, man, because we love getting back to you guys. So that is the email. You like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Shoot us an email at livin'it@gmail.com. And all you got to do is put race to 1,000. Me or Kat will shoot you a quick message back saying you're entered. And then we're going to do a random giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Apple AirPods, Visa gift cards, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that.
It's coming a lot faster than,
Yeah, and we're gonna get into all that, and we're actually kind of blown away.
For sure.
We have a Facebook group too that's open to the public. We just kind of chat and hang out with people in there, let everybody know what's going on. Livin'It podcast with Scott Cat on Facebook. You guys are more than welcome to join if you want to hang out with us on there too. So
hi Jared, what's up?
Jared, what's up, brother?
What up, y'all?
Awesome, Jared. Hey, thanks for coming on, brother. We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions for us, just leave a comment. We'll do our best to get to it. And if you guys are enjoying this kind of content stuff, we definitely appreciate hitting like, subscribe, bell notifications, send us a postcard, color us a picture.
Pigeon.
Yeah, pigeon. It doesn't matter, man. We certainly appreciate. We try to get back to every single person that we can because we do appreciate your guys' time and involvement. And we're really trying to involve, just trying to make a fun outlet, a cool community.
That's his favorite word, fun.
Yeah, I just like to have fun. So we've actually only gotten one rude comment or one. It wasn't
rude.
Well, it's he goes, you guys don't have any compassion for what's going on in Israel, and I can't support you guys. And kind of my response to him is we're very compassionate about there's a lot of shitty stuff going on, obviously, in the world, but our channel wasn't going to be the place for that outlet. There's a million other channels on YouTube, on your TV, on the radio that you can catch all that stuff. We just wanted to have a community and a channel where you could kind of kick back and relax, have a drink, talk with us.
Positive.
Yeah, just be positive. We're very compassionate of all the bad stuff going on around the world. And her and I talk about that off camera. We talk about all that stuff, but that isn't what this channel is about. We want to have a good time with everybody. We want to have some fun. Yeah, see, this is the fun podcast. So
we need to get in the dictionary and look up some different
synonyms
for fun.
This is all raw and uncut. Everybody's like, oh man, you guys do everything live. That's cool. No, it's lazy.
Yeah.
You guys I don't have time right now for editing. Work pretty much takes up my day from 5 a.m. until night. She deals with the kids all day and she handles the whole household. Then we do a bunch of stuff together at night, get everybody fed, put to bed. And then literally we jump on here and we handle this kind of stuff. So you guys get the raw and edited version. Sometimes I say shit. I don't know if we're supposed to be saying that on here, but that is what it is. So anyway, that's just kind of the overview for the new people here, kind of what we got going on the channel. And the topic for this week was this is our first month on YouTube. And we had some good positive enforcement of why we should start a channel. People, a couple people like you guys have good chemistry. You guys are easy to talk to. You guys provide a cool atmosphere. So
yes, everybody's been very nice.
yeah, so
I'm making some new friends.
Yeah, no doubt. And we just wanted to start a channel and interact with everybody and have a good time. So we've been what?
Fun.
Yeah, you just love having fun. Um, so we've been doing this for a month, and it's been a big change in our lives. We talk about the channel a lot. During the day, I can't really do too much with it, but at night when I get home, we talk about the channel a lot and plans on where we want the channel to go.
Well, that's not really true because you'll send me screenshots all day on it.
Yeah, I do, but I mean, I can't like work on the channel.
Yeah.
Like I can't do any like research in it. I don't have the time or anything. But I try to send her like if somebody sends me a comment or something because like literally we've gotten a ton of positive comments.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like
People were like, "Oh, this is awesome! Thanks for opening up." And I'm looking forward to the next episodes. And this has been a positive thing in my life, and you guys are also. I mean, we feed off that positive energy for sure. So this episode, we're pretty much going to cover what our first month has been like doing YouTube, and then we got a big road trip that we are in the middle of planning, and we want to get your guys' thoughts and just kind of share that with you guys. So we've been on YouTube for a month. So
I don't think I.
Oh,
hold on.
Sorry. And
we're still learning.
We're still learning. So in a month, and we had some build up to it that people were subscribing to beforehand, but we've been on live for a month, and we're up to 404 subscribers. I'm just kind of sharing the studio with you guys, so you just kind of get an idea of what we see. So we're up to 404 subscribers, which is amazing.
Hi, Fred.
Yeah, thanks everybody. You guys coming and subscribing and spending some time with us is awesome. We've had 151,000 channel views, or I don't know if that's video views, but we've had 151,000 views, and then we got like 1,100 watch hours. So in a month, that's kind of what we've accumulated, and according to YouTube, that's really good. So that's awesome. And we're just being real with everybody. Every story that we share is something that's actually happened. Any short that I'm sharing is actually stuff that happens to me at work, or that I've dealt with at work, or a project I have my hand at work. We're not stealing any content or BS on anything. So we haven't really lost any subscribers, so we must not be boring people too much to death.
Too much.
But this is just kind of our vibe. I share a lot of stuff with work and the kids and Kat, and she shares some stuff on there, stuff she has going on, and then we come on here and just hang out with you guys, and I do some AV stuff, and
I think people are really enjoying the AV stuff.
I think they're enjoying all of it. So, because we've got a lot of good positivity back and everything. So, from the YouTube point of view, Kat, well, how do you feel? You were super nervous because I wanted to start this a little sooner, and she's like, "Well, I just need a month to breathe." So we started a little bit later, but I mean, now that we've done this for a month, how do you feel?
I guess I should have taken notes like you. So I, for a long time, I've followed a lot of people on all the platforms, like podcasts or channels or whatever have you. Like we've said before, him and I have some we watch together. I have some I watch myself. Whatever. And I just never even pictured us doing that, like at all, or myself even being in front of a camera like that. So yeah, that was this has been an adjustment, but I feel like, and like he was just saying, the countdown, it always gets me. I'm like, oh my God, 1 minute, 5 minutes, whatever it is. It's like, so I'm definitely warming up to it for sure. It's gotten a lot easier since like episode 1 or whatever you want to call it. But I'm still working on being in front of the camera, because I never thought that we would do something like this. And I think we mentioned it before. The way I even found out that we were going to start it was he made a Facebook post and was like, "Oh, we're going to start a podcast on YouTube. Surprise, Kat." And I was like, we're what? So, I mean, yeah, I'm still trying to,
find your groove, but you're
sure.
getting in there.
But yeah, like, and the people putting all the nice comments is amazing. Of course, when you start something like this, you're always worried. Oh my God, there's, people are, because when I watch something somebody else posts, I'll read through the comments and, there's just, you just find so many haters for no reason in comments, and it always makes me feel bad for those people. And so I worry about, I worry about opening myself up publicly to invite that in. So yeah, but it's all been really, really cool so far. Everybody's been very nice to me, and a lot of people I feel like already knew you, like, in the home theater stuff. And so then they just kind of like, oh, Scott and hi, Kat, so.
Yeah, well, you've got kind of drug into that community now
Yeah.
too, so everybody knows you. It's kind of been a new adventure just for her and I. We're talking just about different ideas that we'd like to do on the channel. It's just something cool that we're getting to do together. So it's just
Tango's on.
Oh, Tango,
Good
what's up,
morning,
brother?
Tango.
Man, you're a trooper, man. All the way from Denmark. We got people from all over the place: Puerto Rico, Denmark,
Yeah, that
Guatemala.
he's like, man, I can't believe now there's somebody new from such and such place. It's really cool.
Yeah, to me, it's just mind blowing that there's people across the world listening to us. So I don't know. It's very like humbling, I guess. It's cool to just interact and talk with everybody, and that we can all just kind of kick back for an hour, relax, and just share our thoughts and just kind of zone out all the crazy shit going on and just all hang out together. So yeah, I'm enjoying doing the podcast with her. I'm used to talking all day anyway, and I'm used to interacting with people on Facebook and stuff just because I get big into the home theater stuff. So, because when me and her talk, she says, well, maybe you should just do like something on your own, since you're into that community anyway. But I wanted to do something with her and make something with her. And
because we do have a lot, we go do a lot of things together. So he's like, I would like that to be one.
And we get along well, and people are always telling us, hey, you guys have good chemistry. You guys provide a cool atmosphere, and just people need more of that. So, like Michael Stevens, when he came and stayed a few days with us, he's like, you guys 100% need to do something. You guys have something special. You need to share that with everybody. So we are a little still rough around the edges. Like, this still feels kind of brand new to us. We're only 1 month in. So, we just take it kind of day by day and we chat about it. And
we just talked today about like learning how to do it is learning to do the editing, because neither one of us really know how to do that, like figuring out how we can do that. So it's still learning.
I'd say our first month on YouTube has been we're not out there shutting down the internet, but we're having a good time, and we have an awesome community, and it's been nothing but positivity.
Yeah, just to see 5 people join is like, oh my God, there's 5 more people in here. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what I told you. So if there's just 2 or 3 people to interact, and me and you are chatting, that's what this is all about. We don't need millions of people. We're not here trying to break records and stuff. We are literally here to just have a good time. And I need to. Everybody tells me, and especially Kat tells me, I need to loosen up. That I look too serious all the time. I don't know. I'm working on that. I got my medicine. I'm working on that. So I'd like to give a shout out to the Mirage. If you guys can see, they just sent me some free nights in Vegas and some free money. They don't send you that if you're a big winner, just so you know. But I'm too busy. I won't be taking advantage of that, but I certainly appreciate it. But something that we will be taking advantage of. Oh, you know what? I want to share something else with you guys. I got and this goes out to everybody, including my home theater guys, is they say, well, when you share something, it's a lot better when you share music. And I agree, but it's a real pain in the ass. I got hit with my first copyright infringement, which is obviously a huge deal when you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, music makes everything better. That stinks that you can't like incorporate.
So I found some, uncopyrighted music. I don't know how popular that music's going to be, but yeah, I got to be a good boy because I got hit with copyright infringement. So, they're watching me, put me in timeout.
Hello, James.
James, what's up, brother, man? Thanks for joining us. We got Tango in the house. We got Mark in the house. We got Fred in the house. We got Jared. We got James, man. We got a party going on up in here tonight.
I need to bring the ladies. I gotta find some ladies to bring.
That is, you know, if I start bringing a bunch of ladies on this podcast, you're probably gonna have a lot of
get in trouble.
Yeah, so I think bringing the ladies on here is gonna be up to you, my dear. So the second part of this podcast is, so me and Kate are all about adventures, and we like to plan stuff. We like to do stuff. We actually, it's a silly thing to say, but we already have a pretty booked year for next year. I just told Kate today we cannot book anything else for next year, and we're not even through this year yet. So we just booked the Metallica concert at Soldier Field in Chicago.
If you've never seen a Metallica concert in person, that is the show to see.
Appreciate it, James. Got to support your whole time, folks, man. We appreciate that, brother. Just you coming here to hang out with us for a little while, man. That's all the support we need, man. That is awesome. So we'll see Dave Matthews. We see Dave Matthews almost every year, so we'll see them next year. We're seeing Metallica next year, which we haven't seen them since right after Callie was born. So it's been
6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years since Metallica.
Well, they don't come here very often.
Yeah, that's true.
And we didn't even know that they were coming here. One of my coworkers, I overheard her talking with somebody about it, and I was like, "Whoa, hold up, what?"
Yeah,
and so I messaged him right away. I was like, "Get us some tickets."
Yeah, like
that was literally the
10 o'clock at night, and then I sent her back confirmation 13 minutes later. There's our
We've
tickets.
been waiting.
So we got Dave Matthews next year, Metallica next year. We got M-Wave next year. We got Temptation.
Has anybody gotten their M-Wave tickets? I'm curious.
We got ours. They dropped today.
Yeah, well, we got them.
So we got Dave Matthews, Metallica, M-Wave. We got Mexico. Oh, yeah, Temptation, I said. And then our road trip that we're going to talk to you guys now. So
yeah, it's always nice because like winter's hitting us here like yesterday, it felt like, but really soon. And it's always nice. We try to like prepare what we're going to do because it gives you stuff to look forward to and to prepare to get you through winter, to have some things to look forward to.
That's awesome, Jared. I bet the Guns N' Roses concert was awesome.
Oh yeah, that probably was.
Yeah, dude, no doubt. And Tango, by the way, big shout out to Kat for your interest in somewhat manly world. I still can grasp that you got your own JTR system. Yeah, lucky girl. I've been trying to buy it off of her, but she put a hefty increase on that price. Mark Fox, ticket in hand for M-Way. Hey, man, we're all
I'll get to meet you.
Yeah, we're all gonna be hanging out, man. That's gonna be awesome. And Jared said that concert kicked ass. Well, hey, man, that's what's up. That's how we feel like when we go to
Tango. Are you gonna try to come over here and go to M-Wave with us?
You know, he was just saying that. So I think somebody just booked from the United Kingdom, like flights and hotels and the ticket. Man, that is some commitment right there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
So our road trip that we're planning is 2,500 miles. That me and her that I will drive.
Yeah.
I almost said that we're going to drive.
When we do road trips, like I 90% do the sleeping and he 100% does the driving.
Yeah, so that's exciting. So I'm going to share so this is just kind of a layout. We're pretty much going from where we live in Bourbonnais, Illinois, out to Landrum, South Carolina, down to Tampa, Florida, over to Plant City, Florida, then back to Bourbonnais. So how that pretty much breaks down is, so our first leg of the trip is from Bourbonnais to Landrum, South Carolina, to visit my buddy Jeff. That is 659 miles, which equates to 9 hours and 54 minutes. And
he's such a planner.
Yeah, I got to plan things out. All the numbers got to make.
He's always so prepared for everything, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll follow you, follow the leader.
So, yeah, I got to make it all the times. All the times got to make sense to me. The whole trip's just got to make sense to me, and
plans almost.
We can't run behind. I don't like running behind. I'm really that guy. I don't know. It drives me crazy sometimes. But so like our first day of the trip, driving out there, we were about 659 miles, and we'll stop and eat along the way. I've made this trip before to pick up a subwoofer, and it was all business. I flew out there and actually had to fly back. Not flew. I drove my car. Flying, I meant I was driving to get out there and get my subwoofer. My plan was to hang out for a while and then come back the next day, but unfortunately, my little one got sick and I had to come back home. So I drove 10 hours out there, hung out there for an hour or two, then drove back. So pretty much drove 20, it ended up being about 23, 24 hours straight. That was quite the trip. So, but with Kat, it'll be a little bit more laid back, and we'll stop and actually grab some kind of dinners and stuff. So if you guys have ever like gone through the Louisville, Lexington, Knoxville kind of area.
Yeah, we're looking for cool stops
Yeah,
along the way to eat, or like the world's largest ball of yarn, or just something interesting.
the Kat likes balls of yarn.
Just balls.
Sure, your mother would be proud.
Okay. It's past my bedtime.
So anyway, that's an insight into Kat's life, which will be on one of her solo episodes. She'll share all that with everybody. But anyway, 9 hours and 54 minutes, that first one. So we've been through Indianapolis plenty of times on other trips, but we've never really stopped and
Well, we've been to concert. Isn't that in the...
No, well, outside of Indianapolis, like 20 minutes. But we've never actually been... We've driven straight through Indianapolis, but we've never actually stopped there and like sightseed or ate dinner or hung out and seen anything cool.
So hold on, I want to put this up really quick.
Oh, I gotta come on here.
Tango said I still got the old VHS Metallica box you could get in the 80s, triple CD, triple VHS, and a book with some good info. They even had a talk with Lars. It's pretty cool. Wow, that's awesome. You had a box set, didn't
I
you?
had the same exact box set he's talking about.
For real?
Yeah.
Not from the 80s, though.
No, that was from the 80s. That was
Oh.
my parents bought that. It was a VHS box tape, and they kind of made it look like an old stage prop. And you opened it up, it was like a little chest, and it had some VHSs and CDs in it.
Oops.
Yeah, and Kat goes, oh,
we were cleaning out the garage, and this thing just sat there for all these years, this box. And I was just like, all right, we're not doing nothing with it. We need space for more junk. And I think we tossed it.
Yeah.
Oops. Which is, I don't even know why I would do that, because I don't want to.
So our second leg of the trip is going to be going from Landrum, South Carolina, down to Tampa, Florida, which we've been through Atlanta before. I think we even stopped with the girls on our way back from Orlando, Florida. We stopped in Orlando just at a hotel just for a night. We didn't really go sightsee or eat. I think we just Uber eated something to the hotel, like a pizza or something. So our second leg of the trip is going to be going from Landrum, South Carolina, through Atlanta, down into Tampa. We went to Orlando last year, but other than just kind of going to Universal Studios and that, we didn't, and we had all the kids with, we didn't really
they were antsy, so it's kind of like a rush to get to where we were going to.
So that's that second leg of our trip.
And then on the way home was really messed up. We had an extra 7 hours in the car because they kept shutting down the highway.
Yeah, there's bad accident.
We had to get
tanker
off 4
spill.
hours more, 3 hours more. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievably terrible, actually.
All right, so back to Amway. I asked Tango if he was going. He said I would love to come, and I would go. I only got one problem. Your country won't allow me. I was going to go run a marathon 2015 and 16. The soldiers from Denmark and US. Sorry, guys. I'm just. Can you read that okay or no?
What? Oh, Livin'It Scott and Cat podcast. I'd love to come, and I would go. I only got one problem. Your country won't allow me. I was to go run marathons in 2015-16 with soldiers from Denmark and the United States Marine Corps. They wouldn't clear me. I know why, so it's no big deal, even though I missed out on a lot in M-Wave. Oh, and he says that his dad bought him that.
That stinks. So we'll never get to see it here. All right. Oh, that's what the problem is. I keep hitting the wrong thing.
Oh.
Oops.
So he says, yeah, his dad bought him that for Christmas. You're spot on, Scott. Looked like a flight case. Yeah, that's exactly what I had. That's crazy.
Oopsie, my bad. I thought it was just VHSs.
No,
I'm like, we don't even have a VCR. What are we going to do with this thing?
I got a VCR still in there. Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me one bit. With, we've got all these old things. In our garage, literally, there's like a whole shelf of like 5 bins of wires that haven't been touched.
Every guy has
probably 20 years.
Every guy has 5 bins of wires that you're going to need someday.
And every single time we clean out the garage, I'm like, can we get rid of all these wires that you haven't even touched? And he's like, absolutely not. And then there's always always packages. I'm like, what's in this one? More wires, more wires, more wires. I'm like, so that means we can get rid of the old ones? No, he doesn't let that happen.
I got those on sale. So the third, so we're going to stay in Landrum, and then our second point of location will be at the Hard Rock Casino, Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, because we're going, and that'll kind of be our central location where we'll hang out in Florida for a couple of days, because we are going to be visiting with Don Dunn. Maybe go out one night dancing with him because he's known for his sweet dance moves. So, but we'll go out, grab a couple drinks with him, go out to dinner, maybe go do a little gambling. Then we're going to go shoot out to Plant City and go hang out with Youth Man, and go out to dinner, and maybe we'll go shoot some pool, since Youth Man's a hustler, and just hang out him for a day or two and just kind of make our rounds. Youth Man's been up to our house a few times, and we owe him a visit. And who knows, I might do a nice short clip from his theater and switch it on and be like, not in my home theater today, I'm in Youth Man's home theater, and just kind of have some fun with that. So right now we're in the planning stages of everything. We got to make sure that our schedule and all these guys' schedules all kind of sync together, with people don't have vacations or certain work going on that they can't step away from for a day or two.
He's excited about it. He keeps talking about it.
I am. And then the final leg will be our, like, the 16, 17-hour drive, which if we don't have the kids, I'll probably drive straight through unless we can find something really cool to do along the way. We are going through Nashville, and me and Kat actually haven't went to Nashville to, like, party or sightsee or stay. So I might spend a night in Nashville just
so if you have any cool recommendations for this road trip, that's what we're looking for. It's like somebody to tell us what to do on the way.
Yeah, like Atlanta, Nashville. I know there's a lot of cool stuff to do in each, but we're very unfamiliar with those areas, other than driving through them or just grabbing a hotel for the night. But I think that we would enjoy staying in Nashville. And
Fred says we all got 6,000 wires. My fiance did the same thing.
Yeah.
You men and your wires. It makes no sense. Stop the insanity.
We can't, man. It's the only thing that makes.
We could use that space in the garage for like quality bins of like more Christmas bins or something.
It's the only thing that brings me stability in life is those wires
that you haven't touched once since I've known you.
I go outside and I talk to those wires every morning before work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, the family's driving me crazy. How are you component cables doing this morning?
And they don't talk back to you, right?
I don't, and that's exactly why I get along with them. Tango still got my Sony VHS player from 2001, still rocks. Hey, brother, I had a few Sonys. The one I got left, I believe, is a JVC. So, hey, man, you never know when you're going to run into like a good copy of the Titanic you need to fire up. Which the Titanic I seen just came out on 4K HD UHD, which I won't be buying.
Jared, I got a VCR too.
Hey,
of course you guys do.
And Jared says Don cracks me up. Hey, man, I have a good time with Don. Me and Don, we message fairly often, but we talk a lot of shit and stuff back and forth. Actually, Don's going to be back on with me December 15th with Matthew Pose from Pose Acoustics, and all three of us are going to be on. That's going to be it'll probably end up being a long night because Matthew is a very technical, and I think he's pretty much a genius. So and then me and Don are going to be the roughneck guys on there, but tune in for that. But Don's going to be hanging out. Me and Don will be giving each other shit, I'm sure.
Tango, what you got?
Can I ask a serious question? Well, not too serious. No.
What you got for us?
You like to gauge the wires enthusiasm. Hey, that's funny, Mark. Do you know what that reference means?
To gauge the wires? No.
So, like a speaker wire is 18 gauge, 16 gauge, 14 gauge, 12 gauge. It's the thickness of wire. So he goes, you're out there gauging.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before.
Yeah, so he goes, you're out there gauging the enthusiasm. It's a wire joke between the wire guys.
The nerds. The nerd herds. AV nerds. Okay.
Are you going through? We'll bring up the ones on there. I can't see for shit.
Is this the question?
Mm-hmm.
My first UHD movies was Gremlins. I noticed that the quality isn't. I don't know if that's a question or not.
My first.
Oh no, never mind.
You know, Tango, he's asking about the Gremlins movie. Do any of you notice any?
No. Is that what the question? There's.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. I gotcha.
There's another part to it that
Okay.
he added. And Fred said, "Pack up peanut butter and jelly sandwiches." Yeah, there
For the
you
road
go.
trip?
Yeah, there you go, man. Actually, you know what, Fred? Here, go. Let's go talk about something real important about peanut butter, Fred. So I was a huge peanut butter fan, and then I read this.
Don't kill it for everybody else.
You know what? This is a mature rated show. Okay, we say shit. We talk about peanut butter. Okay, is I read that there's a lot of rat shit in peanut butter. So I just, for the life of me, man, Fred, I haven't been able to do it. And that the FDA allows like 3% or 4% of rat shit. And I'm sure, that there's a lot of shit and other shit. But I don't know, just reading that they're like, oh, it's cool that 3 or 4% of rat poop is in peanut butter. And now
and now you too will no longer eat peanut butter.
No, he probably don't care.
Thanks, Scott.
And our oldest don't care. She still eats it, and Kat still eats it. But I don't know. It's like a mental thing with me now. But
okay, so back to the question. I'm not sure that what's.
He's fresh laughing. I was laughing when I read it, and I give the family so much shit about the rat shit. And
now every time I love peanut butter, and I'm still going to eat it. But every time I eat it, I think about that. I'm like, God damn you, Scott! Why did you do that? I could just have quietly enjoyed my peanut butter without knowing any of that. Okay, so he wants to know, did any of you notice any difference? And do any of you know if the old movies are just cleaned and remastered? Hope you guys get my point.
Well, I believe how some of that works, Tango, is they actually pull from the original tape, so they're getting like a true 4K transfer. Some of them, they are just kind of cleaning it up and moving it from VHS, and they do small audio, small video improvements. And I'm probably going to feel stupid about even saying this, but I've never seen the Gremlins. And Kat gives me shit all the time.
So many classic movies, like somebody just, it was Don posted the other day about watching The Goonies for like the millionth time or whatever he said. And I'm like, believe it or not, Scott has never watched The Goonies ever. And I'm like, it's crazy to me. I mean, at this point, it's probably like not even so much that it is a good movie. I mean, it is a good movie, but to him, it wouldn't. To us, it's not the point of that it is a good movie, but it's for most of people from my generation, it's nostalgia. Why we continue to keep watching it. It's our youth. So I think even if he watched it today, like that would totally miss him because it's nostalgia, man. I can't believe
for your generation, you said. So you're acknowledging that you're much older than I am.
I'm 2 years older than you. Shut up.
Well, you said my generation, so I felt very left out.
Like well, I mean, like I
like
don't
this
know
big
generation.
this big generational gap that I'm just lost, like a small child out in the woods.
The people, our friends watching, I don't know that their generation. So,
is that why? Oh, are you going through? We just had quite a few comments pop up. Make sure you.
Okay, transfer makes sense. Tango said.
No,
what am I doing?
Yeah, go up there. Yeah, the ones on the bottom are always going to be the last.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying, man.
Are you starting them or are you just going to bring them up?
No, I was just going to bring them up, but okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Bear with me.
So start with James.
Okay.
We're getting to you guys. We're entertaining each other, and yeah, we get to talk.
Our garage is stacked with boxes of Xmas stuff and guy stuff I never use, but I keep it because you never know when you'll need it. Man. That's what he says. I'm like, you're never going to need those wires because you literally will order them off of Amazon instead of digging through all these bins.
Yeah, but I have those in case Amazon closes or it's a holiday and I need something that night.
And something else taking space up in the garage that could go is
your Jeep.
No, definitely not going anywhere. But he has receivers. We've stopped. How many receivers? There's like 2 or 3 receivers out there stacked up on top of each other. You use one of them. If he sees a speaker on the side of the road, we've stopped before for speakers. So now those are piled up out there, but they don't really get used. I'm like, why? What are we doing here, man?
I will dumpster dive for a speaker. There's no shame in my speaker game.
Oh, my thing is still not.
Is it? I can click on them.
Sorry,
so
I'm
we're
failing.
we're talking about the peanut butter. Is that why some versions are chunky? See,
I prefer chunky peanut
yeah,
butter.
she likes
So
extra
stop.
extra rat poop in
Stop.
there.
Stop.
That's probably the one that the FDA is like, yeah, 40% can go ahead and be rat.
Stop it.
Jared said that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, dude, no doubt. It's funny because like if she makes some toast or something, put some peanut butter, I'm like, I can smell the bird and rat poop in there. Yeah, Tango says movie transfer makes sense. Yes, it's what really bothers me, Tango, with some of those transfers is they take a huge movie release and they move it to 4K and make a big production about it, and then they don't add like DTSX or Atmos to it, and they just leave it with the original track. So I feel like they're kind of ripping off the consumer by not. It'll still have kind of like a grainy picture, and then they're not adding a new audio codec to it. So I'm not a big fan of that. Jared, I've been wanting Tron Legacy to come out in UHD disc. Yes, dude, no doubt. On like a DTSX or DTSX Pro or an Atmos, I'm 100%. I will pre-order that tonight if they release that. Tango, really, Cat? I can't, but you will kick his 6 ASAP for me about the Killer Tomatoes and others. Killer Tomatoes, that's a movie too. I don't think I've ever seen.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
He's waiting for Ferris Bueller's Day Off in ultra high def. Yeah, that'd be an awesome one too. It's a good Christmas one to watch. All the Gremlins.
Kick his 6 means his rear.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
gotcha.
Yes.
What about Killer Tomatoes?
Because I believe that when they say that
So
I got
what,
your 6 is
yeah, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
So what other classic movies do people always talk about that you've never seen? I feel like you didn't.
Well, because I'm not as old as you.
Stop.
When I grew up,
how many days older than you?
Like 756 days. You know how much I learned in 756 days? Mm-hmm.
So what other ones do people talk about have you never seen?
Dude, There's
a lot of them because I've asked you, but I can't think of any off the top
I don't know, dude. I grew up watching Roadhouse, Terminator 2, Tremors, and Rocky. When we talk about the Gremlins, you know what I think of right away when we talk Gremlins? A stupid ass slot machine in Las Vegas that you had me roaming all around Las Vegas.
Yes.
Call the casinos, look it up on the internet, find me the Gremlins game. So that's actually at the Cromwell. So if any of you guys go to Las Vegas and want to play the Gremlins game, it's at the Cromwell on the far south side wall, about 2/3 of the way down the casino. It's a quarter machine. Max bet was like $3 a pull, and we didn't win nothing. Mark Fox, Caddyshack. Oh my God, these guys are gonna kill me. I've never seen Caddyshack. I know a lot of the skits out of it and the funny parts out of it, but I've never watched it. Fred, definitely seen RoboCop 100 times.
Yeah, like the boy movies. I'm sure he's seen, but God, I know I have asked you this many a times, and there's ones I can't believe that you haven't seen, but for some reason they're just not coming to my brain. Weird Science. Have you seen Weird Science?
No.
That's another good one, Tango. Yes. That is an amazing movie.
Well, when you were a little girl, what Wizard of Oz came out, right?
Stop.
I watched.
Okay, what's some other ones?
The Wizard of Oz isn't a boy movie, and I watched the shit out of that. I was scared to death of that Green Witch when I was a kid. Die Hard.
Beetlejuice? Did you ever watch Beetlejuice?
I've never watched the whole movie, no. But Die Hard, Fred, hey man, that's so sad about Bruce Willis. He's like an awesome actor, and it's sad seeing the pictures of how Bruce Willis is doing now. I feel terrible. I grew up watching that guy. But I've watched Die Hard. You watch all the Die Hards? Probably not. Look at you.
I think I've seen them with you, but I wouldn't have watched them otherwise. Okay, so Breakfast Club, you probably didn't see that one.
No, I did.
You did?
That's where the guy in the black coat and they cause all that trouble.
I'm surprised you've seen that one. Reality Bites.
Yeah, no, I never seen that.
I don't know. I think I've only seen pieces of that one. Chucky. Yeah, you've had to see Chucky.
I know who Chucky is, the little crazy doll, but I've never watched any of the Chuckies.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's another good one.
I've never watched that. See, the problem is that I don't have a place to really watch all these movies.
Stop. All these movies are in my DVD collection. I need to make short videos. Yeah, I know there's some other ones that I just was like blown away, but I just, for the life of me, they will not come to my brain. Being the movie guy, it's surprising some of the ones that he hasn't seen for sure.
So I don't think we got any suggestions of. None of you guys have been to Nashville before. We are dying to stop there when we go through Nashville. So if you know a really good bar, an awesome restaurant, or a cool place to stay, man, we're definitely going to be doing our homework on that. Oh, vacation, yeah, like Vegas vacation or any of the National Lampoons. We watched a lot of those. We watched the Vegas vacation one every time before we go to Vegas to kind of give us a reminder what you're supposed to do when you're out there.
I was reading, sorry.
Oh.
You know I can only do one thing at a time. I can't
What about
chew gum.
My little Photoshop picture? Mary tells your home theater is 150. Yeah, that was funny, Tango. You know what's awesome, Tango, is people are just like how you kind of sent us a gift like that. And then Coily sent me some. It's just awesome that you guys took time out of your day to send us little gifts and stuff like that. We had a good laugh of it. So it's awesome, man, that you guys are taking some time out of your day to entertain us. We're here to entertain you guys, and you guys are entertaining us back. So that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mark said any of them. Yeah, all the Vegas vacation ones we've pretty much watched, I think. Was Chevy Chase? Chase?
Chevy.
Yeah. Vegas vacation. I mean, that's a story of our life.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Losing all the money.
Let's order some food. I'll be right back. And then I run to the blackjack table, throw down $100, and come back, and then we have bologna sandwiches.
The Goonies. No, that's what we were just talking about. That's what brought this whole thing up. Is he's never seen the Goonies. It's unbelievable.
He says,
mind-blowing.
Beware of wet base sign. Yeah, that's funny. Thanks to Mark G for making those signs up. We're going to be going through Chattanooga, Tennessee too. So kind of the same thing.
They don't want to talk about that, babe. They want to talk about.
I'm a planner. I'm trying to figure out our plans. See, now we got to write all these movies down and watch. Oh, have any of you guys watched the new movie?
Karate Kid.
No, that ain't a new movie.
No, Tango said Karate Kid.
Have any of you guys watched Old Dad yet with Bill Burr in it? And they just released it on Netflix. I wanted to see that. I've seen some people saying it was funny. So have any of you guys watched Old Dad yet?
I don't know when you think that we're going to. I just said this to you the other day to watch all these movies. He just got 2 new movies in. I don't remember what they were.
No, one was Plane with Gerald Butler, which I did watch, which Kat wouldn't watch it with me because we do a lot of flying and she's already.
I'm already an anxious flyer. So.
Yeah, she's a very anxious flyer as it is. So she wouldn't watch that because if you haven't watched it, I mean, spoiler alert.
Don't be spoiling alert these people.
The plane doesn't do a good job of making it. So I didn't care too much for the movie from an audio video standpoint. The picture, I guess, was okay. The audio, when they had like some 50 caliber guns in there, that was all right. But I don't know. I'm a big Jared Butler fan, but that wasn't one of his best movies. It's kind of a one and done for me. So if you can rent it or watch it on VHS, I mean, I would suggest that. I was excited, pre-ordered, spent like $25 on it, but unfortunately, I'll probably never watch it again. And then, what's the other movie we just got?
Oh, Jared said he's seen it. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, he keeps saying, "Oh, I want to watch this. I want to watch this. I want to watch this." But our movie night has always been Friday nights, and now our Friday nights are
Friday night AV. But I told you we can do the movies after the AV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. 8 o'clock bedtime.
Oh, excuse me. We've been staying up late on these nights, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That one episode I just did with Mark Seaton, I didn't go to bed till midnight. Mark Fox, I'm just a get there guy. Never stop. Brother, man, that is me. I'm like, hey, if you got to run and go to the bathroom or grab some snacks, I'm going to fill up with gas, man. We ain't shutting this car off. We're going to go. But if it's me and her taking a road trip, then I make time and we'll actually sit down and stop and have dinner and stuff. But, man, when I'm by myself, I just laugh at the suggested time and definitely got to shave 10% off of that. So I'm with you on that. He's a sucker for VHS ones, Peter and the Dragon, Elliot.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen Peter and Dragon. I've never seen Peter Pan.
James said never seen the Goonies. That's just criminal, right? Yes. I can't even.
Oh, you can't even?
I can't even. I really wish that I could remember the other ones. It would be, I'm sure they would be blown away too. My memory sucks.
For my audio and video guys, while we are waiting for people telling us where to go in Chattanooga,
Nobody's telling us nothing.
they are. They're just
They're
holding
like,
back on
"Oh,
us. So
give us
this
the good spots, guys.
so this Friday night, you guys, I got Brandon Hill coming on. The Friday night AV. We're going to be talking all about calibration. Might end up being late evening, but we're just a lot of people are excited about that one. We're just going to go deep in the home theater setup and calibrations and talk about how important calibration is, regardless if you hire a in-house tuner, a remote tuner, do the tuning yourself, learn how to do the tuning. We're going to have a good time with it. We're also going to get pretty technical and in depth with stuff. So that's what Brandon does. He does remote tuning, and he's going to be sharing some tips and tricks and kind of some mistakes that he's shown to maybe save you guys some, just, I don't know. I want to say it, just save you guys some hassle, maybe not making some mistakes that he's seen, because he does quite a few calibrations. And I'm bringing him on because I had a lot of people reach out to me. One of the biggest questions I get asked a lot is about calibrations and tuning. So
Big, that's another one. Jared got it. You've never seen Big.
I haven't.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
that was another one that I asked him about years ago.
Yeah, I've never seen Big. I don't. Bachelor Party. I don't think I've
seen that one.
Oh, they're both Tom Hanks movies. No, I don't think I've ever heard of Bachelor Party.
I don't think I have either.
Aladdin? No, I've never seen Aladdin.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that you would have seen that.
Yeah, because before I met Kat 12 or 13 years ago, there wasn't any kids in my life. So, and I didn't have cable growing up. So, didn't watch a lot. But no, I didn't watch Aladdin. By the way, thanks to you guys and Youth Man Ryan. Oh, here, I might as well bring this up. By the way, thanks to you guys and Youth Man Ryan and many more. I'm sorry that I got to get so close to the camera. Ever since I got diagnosed with diabetes, which, speaking of diabetes, is the doctor said one of the first things they should have noticed is that your eyesight kind of starts to go. And I always used to pride myself on having perfect eyesight. Now I have a hard time. By the way, thanks to you guys and Youth Man Ryan and many more, I finally got my sub to piss off my neighbors. Had to stop by and ask if I was having a concert. I said no and gave them a demo. Hey man,
nice.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. You piss them off and then you be nice to them. That's kind of how I handle my relationship. Scott, make sure your body is alkaline.
Oh yes, Kat.
Sorry,
you canceled me out.
I did.
Big is a great one too. Turner and Hooch.
Oh, I did see Turner and Hooch. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, like years ago.
About the old gentleman, he passes away and he's got the big dog, big old sloppy jaws. Yeah, I like that movie.
But Big is like, yeah, that's a classic too.
Well, maybe the next date night you can whip us up some peanut butter and bologna sandwiches and we can fire up the old VCR.
Yeah. So I cut you off. You were saying something about Friday.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've seen Friday. Oh no, he said make sure your body's alkaline. He's talking about diabetes. Sorry, guys. I'm fortunately, I'm still supporting National Vodka Day, which was a month ago. But I'm not a big drinker, really. I just like to have some drinks. But he's just talking about diabetes, and yeah, I've over the last couple of months, I've learned a lot about it, and I felt a lot better when I first got diagnosed and was dealing with it. It was a terrible time, and life really sucked. But I'm learning to deal with it, and but I appreciate you trying to give me some advice on that. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Saving Private Ryan, of course, Fred. Watch Saving Private Ryan. Kat, you've watched Saving? No, you haven't watched it with me yet?
I think I have.
We first start and the people's arms got all blown off on that beach, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm not into
No,
this."
I think I seen.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I think it was a really great movie, right?
No, you're thinking of the one where the guy was the real religious and didn't want to carry the gun with him. That is Vince Vaughn is in that movie too. That's a fantastic movie. But it was about
they're on that wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's that called? I know it.
Man, that's one of my favorite movies, and these guys are going to know it right away.
Hacksaw
Ridge. Yeah, that's probably the movie you're thinking about. But Tom Hanks is in Saving Private Ryan.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. He's laughing so much about National Vodka Day. Yeah, it's well, what's not so funny is I'm a very impulsive and addictive kind of person. I've been that way my whole life with audio stuff, even with relationships, even with drinking, with gambling, and I wasn't a full blown alcoholic when me and Kat first met, but I definitely drank all the time, and that was something I had to get under control. It was an issue when we first started, so I'm a good boy now with that. But
Just make only jelly sandwiches or ham and cheese.
you can probably, if they charge like $1 extra a can and was like, this contains no rat feces, then that'd be perfect for me. Like, not the FDA 3% allotment, not 2%, not 1%, just like 0%. I'm like organic peanut butter, probably with no rat shit. I'm all down. Back to the Future. Oh, Jared, I love all the Back to the Future movies. Kat does
Without
too.
a doubt, seen those.
And just like we were talking about, feeling bad about Bruce Willis, Michael J. Fox is an amazing actor, and it's a tough sight to see all the troubles that he's going through. But I mean, the man's doing awesome things for Parkinson's. He's raising so much money, and it's just terrible to see him in the way that he is. But Tommy Boy, of course, Mark grew up watching that stuff, brother.
Tango said, "What are people's takes on remakes like Hills Have Eyes and old versus the new version?"
I seen.
Remakes are usually never as good.
Yeah, I'm not as big as the original Hills Had Eyes. I mean, I'm not a huge horror fan. Our middle girl is, so I've watched quite a few movies with her. The original to me was definitely the best. I've never been that big a fan on like remakes and stuff either. But there's a few that we like. I don't have any off the top of my head that are my favorite remakes. Do you?
No.
Beverly Hills Cops.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that. We're gonna get right back to you in 2 seconds, Tango. I clicked on the wrong thing. Beverly Hills Cops. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Long time ago. I don't think I've watched it in many years.
Tango, thank you for being honest. I respect that. My PTSD makes my life not fun at all, but I do what I can. Big Pharma don't like that. I don't want their pills, but let's just say that I love THC and CBD better.
There you go. Natural route.
I had some issues going on in my life when I messed up my spine and I had to have surgery on it. A friend of mine gave me some THC gummies, and I don't partake usually in that kind of stuff. I mean, it just is what it is. I've always just
You were trying to just get some sleep.
Yeah, I've always entertained having some drinks over. I don't know. I've smoked weed a few times throughout my whole life. I've never really been into that kind of high or anything. I mean, it is what it is. People do what they like. But I was reaching out to a buddy of mine, and he knew that I messed my spine up, and I was just in a lot of pain nonstop day and night. And literally the only relief I had is I would walk through the house all night.
Long.
I would never go to sleep. Everybody lay down, and I would just pace through the house, and it would make my spine feel better, my neck feel better. And I was like, man, I'm literally getting 1 hour, maybe 2 hours of sleep a night. And he goes, dude, I use these gummies, and they help me sleep. I was like, oh, man. I was like, yeah, dude, I'll try anything at this point. So he gave me these gummies, and it's like, I don't know, it was a pack of like Tutti Frutti or something like that. So I was like, whatever. So I like took 2 of them, and I was like, oh, that wasn't shit. That ain't nothing. So like 15, 20 minutes later, I took like 4 of them.
Was that the night I called the
ambulance? Yeah. Yep. So like I said, I don't participate.
But you were on some medication.
Well, yeah, I was on like some Norco and some other pain medications as well too, and then I mixed all that in. But yeah, so it really took me out of my zone. I didn't know what was going on. Kat had to call the ambulance for me. I was like non-responsive. They showed up. My heart rate was like in the 200s, and I couldn't talk to anybody. I could see everybody. I couldn't communicate with anybody. And then went to the emergency room for the night, and they kind of got me set back straight. I thought they gave me some shots of some stuff. I don't remember. I just remember seeing people and not being able to communicate with them. So I think, and then when we looked through the pack, there's like 20 of the gummies, and I ended up taking like half of the pack or just over half.
So now you'd probably be scared to ever do it again, because that was
It freaked the shit out of her, and it's certainly me too. So I don't know. I guess I should have did my homework. I was just like, oh, these are good, and they're gonna help me sleep. Well, they did, because I kind of passed out in the hospital for a while. So hey, man, whatever works. So then they cut my neck and did the surgery, and now I can feel my limbs and get around better. So I still have some issues, but no, not complaining.
Is there anything else on your list?
Well, should we finish these?
Oh.
It says the sound of the new hills have eyes is a badass. I haven't done any research on the new Hills Have Eyes. I'll have to check that out, Tango. It's glad you bring it up, and I need to write that down, because I have people literally send me like music clips and movie clips, and like, hey, you need to check this out. You need to check that out. I'm not a big fan of remakes either. I feel you, Jared. I'll watch them, but for some reason, I don't know if it's a mental block for me, but the originals just always seem so much better than me. You want to read some of these, Kat? So I'm not the only reader.
Go ahead.
Oh, it helps better, but I do take care of myself, and I don't overdo, and I still do half a marathon under 2 hours and 10. Not bad for an old man at 47. Hey, man, that's good, man. You're take care of your mental health, your physical health. You always seem to be in good spirits, but we can appreciate all that. And life gets hard for everybody, brother. And if you surround yourself with good people, whether it's in person or like this on the internet, just makes you feel better. And I believe we all share the same feeling. We just want to live a happier, better quality of life. I mean, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So there's still a lot of stuff that we want to do in our life, and we just feel like, it goes by fast, especially with the little ones getting so big, man. It just seems like we've been tearing through these days, months, years. It's unbelievable that we have a 23-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 6-year-old. I don't know, it hurts my head to even think about that. Thomas, please no judgments. Thanks for sharing, as I'm always curious. CBD clears our insides. THC is awesome. A lot I won't mention here. Oh, Tango, man, you're this open book around here, brother. You can mention whatever you want. I mean, if it's could help somebody else out, no doubt. We're non-judgment zone around here, brother. No, nobody. I don't know. Do what makes you happy. Share your experiences. That's what it's all about, man. That's why we do this thing live and not edited. We like the raw footage, brother. Well, we're already over an hour.
Yeah, you were talking something when I cut you off about the movies.
I was
Friday about Brandon. Yeah, you were right in the middle of something.
Oh no, I was just saying that because the guys were all typing something and I was trying to interact with them.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just giving everybody a heads up, that this Friday night I got Brandon coming on, and to some people it's been a big deal. I've had already like 6 or 7 guys be like, I got all my bell notifications set, man. We're ready to rock and roll. It's going to be awesome to see him on, just because that's one of the biggest things in home theater, I think, is calibration. So we're gonna start wrapping this up here shortly in a couple minutes. If you guys are enjoying all the stuff, like we asked, just hit like, subscribe. We appreciate the support. It helps us just get back to you guys. Next Wednesday night actually is going to be, what's that word that we use a lot around here? It's going to be fun.
I'm getting out the dictionary.
Yeah. So, our Wednesday night thing is me and Kat share our relationship with you guys. We share our experiences with you guys.
Just life,
just everything. It. Just, we're living it, man. That's a good way to bring that in there, dear. So obviously a big part of our life is our 3 girls. And for me, it's 4 girls. So I am one boy in a house with 4 girls.
Plus a female cat.
Yeah. And a female cat. So it's me with 5 girls in this house. There's a lot of clothes. There's a lot of pink stuff.
A
lot of different personalities. So we're gonna, get into just kind of lightly touch on how the girls affect our life and our relationship with the girls. They each have their own personalities that we adore them for. And Kat has had, because I met Kat, her oldest was 10. So I kind of jumped in the middle of the scene there, and it's been kind of cool to watch her interact with the girls and do girly stuff with them. And she does a lot of arts and crafts. And each girl she's had this certain connection with, which I'm going to let her jump into. Kat will be doing a lot more talking next week because she's got a lot of cool stuff to share with everybody. And it just makes me feel good seeing the way that she connects with the girls. She calls me the general around here. Kat, we're two different people in the household. Kat is very
The softie.
she's a more soft-hearted, and that's who the girls run up and cuddle on. And what do you call me, Drill Sergeant Daddy? Yeah. So
we got home from trick-or-treating, and our little one, you know, if you can remember when you would go trick-or-treating as a kid, you just want to get home, dump it out, start tearing it and eating it. And we get home and he tells the little one she could have one piece of candy. I'm like, dude.
Well, she had a piece before we
Like,
went.
it's Halloween.
And I said, you can't have no more after dinner. And I make her bed every day. I don't know. Yeah.
I do call him drill sergeant.
Yeah. So I'm the drill sergeant around the house, I suppose. But, I don't know.
Tango said, I love to help with any advice. Biggest advice for all. Make sure your body is alkaline mode. Virus and stuff. Cancer can only live in an acidic body. We are what we eat. I have just recently done a lot of reading on that myself.
Yeah, definitely you are what you eat. And I'm guilty of it. Kat's guilty of it. A lot of people are guilty of eating. We'll get on kind of a health kick like anybody does, and you get back to eating some kind of trash. But especially as we are getting a little bit older, we should be certainly taking better care of ourselves. And Kat's actually been dealing with a lot of health issues herself that she's noticed that the better she takes care of herself and gets in the gym, she feels better about herself, and just feels better in general, even though some things have hurt. I think because Kat was on a huge health kick right before COVID.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
this
best
girl
shape
was,
of my life.
this girl was
great.
This girl was killing it, rocking the bikinis
gyms
at Mexico. Whew,
yeah, they
damn.
shut all the gyms down, and then I was in the house with kids, and you just kind of like off.
But
I'm gonna get back there.
oh yeah, no doubt. Once she gets started, you can't stop her, no doubt. I it's like, dude, man, to have that kind of drive to eat really good and go to the gym like that all the time is awesome.
Fred wants to know how gaming sounds in your theater.
Man, Fred. So I was all high strung about getting a PS5 as soon as it drops, and
first you had to have the
VR, which we played a lot.
Not a lot, like 5 times, and then you sold it. This guy says
I still got the VR. What the hell are you talking about?
I thought you sold it.
No, it's in the other room.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, this guy's always like,
don't make me go dig it out of my box of wires. I got it.
He says, I always want to play video games. And then
I don't have the time.
He doesn't. So, but then he had to have the PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's when you guys got
the
me.
VR.
Yeah.
And then that hardly got played. And then he had to have the 5. And then what was that? The whole getup you have in there that you bought? It's
racing simulator.
It's like an actual chair with a surround in you that you simulate driving. I have never once seen you use that.
My problem is I don't have the time. Literally, my life is I get up every morning 4:35 a.m. all the way up until I was literally just into my last couple of emails and bills for work. Is that literally from like 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. something is going on with work. 2 nights ago I got called out at 8 o'clock at night after I worked all day. I got called out at night, get home a couple hours later for emergency in Chicago. So my whole life is basically based around work. I mean, providing emergency plumbing and sewer needs to Chicago. And the company I work for, we've been in business for like 60 years. So we got a ton of contracts. We service a lot of high rises, nursing homes. That's literally my phone. I wake up to missed calls and missed messages. I get calls in the middle of the night, waking me up 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's nonstop. And the thing is like, if I get involved in a video game or even a movie, it's a big distraction for me. So if I'm going to play a video game or watch a movie, I usually can get like Saturday nights free that my phone isn't going too crazy, or early Sunday mornings. So I'm planning on retiring in the next 20 or 30 years, and I'm going to catch up on all those movies and all those games. So from like 80 to 85, nobody bother me. Okay. Those are going to be my 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, honey, is there, Also next week, what else are you going to
Sure,
talk
it
about
says
next week?
The camera loves you, Cat. Well, thank you.
I tell her, so you're the most adorable person I've ever met in my entire life. I mean,
You have
look
to
at,
say that.
I don't have to say nothing. I mean, if I don't want to sleep on the couch, I got it. But also next week, what is the huge project that you've been working on with Callie?
Legos. Building a Lego city. We retired it with my middle one, and then we decided to bring it out of retirement because our little one's been asking for the last year.
She's been taking videos and stuff of the progress in this. Wait until you guys see this monstrosity that they're in the middle of. Like,
it's not like a monstrosity city. It's a mess. It's sorting and going through.
well,
that. But
you're
we'll
going to
talk about
share,
that next week,
yeah, you're going to share the beginning of it. And then we've had people ask about Callie, our little one. So Callie has been bugging the shit out of us about coming on this podcast. I don't know if we feel comfortable about having her on the podcast, but we're definitely going to do like a little pre-recorded video that we'll share because she comes down here where we got the podcast set up, and I'll bring her into the studio and she sees her stuff on here and she's like, "Hey, everybody!" And so Callie's my little girl. Like, she's funny. Everything's a practical joke with her. She's just like her dad when it comes to that. So I have a good time with her on that. I connect with all the girls in a certain way, but Callie's definitely got my personality. We want to be funny. So you guys will get a kick. I got a video.
She talks a lot.
Yeah, she talks a lot. You saying I talk a lot?
Yeah, I'm saying you talk a lot.
Okay. I got a video that I'm going to share next week too of when Callie was little. She runs into the theater and grabs onto the speaker and she goes, "I love you, speaker."
It was speakers.
Yeah, speakers. So
you brainwashed her.
Hit up these comments and then I will make some closing statements, my dear.
Tango said racing sim is awesome.
Yeah, the 2 nights I had it set up, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I got the whole thing set up, the gear shifter, the chair, the steering wheel. We went all out, and I told you from 80 to 85, those 5 years, I'm gonna knock out a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, you spend so much money on this stuff though, and it just sits. Why would you would think you would just be like, okay, I don't have time for games. Let me just save that and invest in another subwoofer.
Subwoofer.
No,
she just told you guys this. She's like, you gotta buy more subwoofers.
You're a liar. A liar.
Everybody just
liar.
heard you. Everybody just heard
that
you.
was a joke. I was said it like this so you didn't hear me.
So the next subwoofer,
No
the next subwoofer I buy, guys, I'm gonna pull up that clip. You know,
no.
I'm trying to keep her happy.
Wait.
What's his name? Because they're just the best. Yeah,
Big Lego fan myself. For shizzle.
Yeah, they were literally just working on it right before we came on here. So
that's my winner. Like, literally, we have so much work ahead of us. Tango said, "Kids are just the best. You want a couple?" And then, like a Jeep. What does that mean? Like a Jeep. What did we say that? Like a Jeep.
I don't know. I said earlier about getting rid of the Jeep to make room in the garage. And you said no.
No.
All right, guys. So for the newcomers, like I said, we jump on Wednesday nights to just kind of share what's going on in our life for roughly about an hour, and we're about an hour 13. So we know people are busy, and
this guy will be snoring in 25 seconds.
Yeah, I don't have what's funny is I'll fall asleep for the first hour or two, and then I'm awake every 15 or 20 minutes. But that's just what life is. So once again, this is our email, Livin'It with Scott and Kat Gmail for all our newcomers. Shoot us over an email, race to 1,000. We're giving away 3 gifts worth $300, $200 gift cards, and Apple AirPods. We also have our Facebook group, Livin'It Podcast with Scott Cat on Facebook. It's an open group, man. If there's no spam or no shit going on in there. If we see it, we knock it out right away. It's just in there, everybody to chat and have a good time.
Fred, no. He said subwoofers for your arcades.
Yeah, hey man, I'm down for whatever. If you guys are enjoying yourselves, we appreciate hit like and subscribe. We certainly appreciate the support. We got a lot of cool stuff in the make.
What's subwoofers for the Jeep? Is that what he meant?
Oh,
like
maybe. She wants a new sound system.
I need some bass and stock in my Jeep, and I need some. What do you call those? The highest? What do you call them?
Tweeters.
I need some good tweeters.
You want some mids, highs, bass?
Yeah, it just needs an overhaul. It's all stock, and it sucks. When the top comes off, you want to have like the things going.
We got all our M-Wave tickets today. They just opened and dropped today. We want to show our love and support to Youth Man and Ryan Sharpetier. And Ryan's actually going to be a guest on the Friday Night AV coming up. And I will see. Hopefully, all you guys can come hang out with us Friday night. Like I said, we got Brandon Hill coming on 9 o'clock. Another cool night, man. An hour and 15 minutes of nonstop action on this. I mean, did you have a good time?
Yes.
I mean, I got goosebumps. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Now we got like 35 movies that we got to buy and check out. When are we going to find time to watch all that shit?
I don't know, man. Between 80 and 85.
You know, guys, I'm going to watch Goonies one of these weeks, and we're going to do a full-blown review. We're going to be on here for 4 hours.
Like I said, though, it's not going to hit the same because
we're different generations.
No, because like for us, it's nostalgia. It's something we watched as a kid, and now, I mean, it's still a great movie, but you seeing it now is not the same as it means to us because it's nostalgia for us.
Tango, see you too. Love, all the best. Hey, we appreciate Tango. Tango, you wrote that message earlier about sending super chats and that, man. We appreciate that you want to send some support to the channel. Like I said, we just got our Patreon channel set up. There's not much on there. I got a home theater, not a home theater tour. I'm sorry. I got a home theater get together I'm going to this weekend. I'm going to try to share some of that event on our Patreon channel, just to have some content on there. You wanted to send some super chats and stuff. The way that the way that YouTube works is you got to have certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of watch time. And we're on track to hopefully have that going in the next couple of weeks. But none of that is necessary. You know, we're not expecting anything like that. I mean, if you want to do it, that's awesome. I mean, any donation that you make is to keep this cup full, and I appreciate that, brother. So I'm not.
He needs a little drinky drink.
So I'm not dipping water out of puddles in front of the house.
He said, make sure you watch Some Kind of Wonderful. And then James says, anything from the 80s is awesome.
All right, guys.
Everything from the 80s is awesome. Like,
including you.
Yeah, including us folk.
All right. Well, hey, man, awesome Friday night. Or
it's
awesome
Wednesday.
Man, awesome Wednesday night. See you guys Friday night, and then we will see you next Wednesday when we talk about the girls, talk about Legos, and Kat's going to do a lot of talking. She's like, I'm going to be talking like crazy next week. So, love all you guys. Appreciate the love and support. You guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. And any closing words, my dear?
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Peace out, guys.
Toodles.
Later.